Good evening. The whole secret of a successful life is to find out what is one's destiny to do and then do it, once said by Henry Ford. Welcome to BMZ News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa lauded Bahraini youth capabilities on International Youth Day. Assistant Under Secretary for Legal Affairs opened workshop. Saudi Arabia allowed holders of tourist and commercial visas to perform Umrah. UAE to issue new generation passports from 1st September. Jagdeep Dhankar sworn in as 14th Vice President of India.
His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa lauded Bahraini youth capabilities on International Youth Day. Representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa affirmed that investing in youth is a necessity to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations, which are in line with the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Highness Sheikh Nasser pointed out the great attention of His Majesty King Hamad to young people as they are the main pillar of the nation, noting that those directives were supported by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. This came in a statement made on the occasion of International Youth Day, which is being held this year under the slogan Intergenerational Solidarity. His Highness Sheikh Nasser said that empowering Bahraini youth through developing their creative skills enhances their abilities to help achieve sustainable development goals, and there is no better investment than investing in developing your capabilities, which is the approach adopted by the Bahrain through its steps towards empowering youth and giving them a high priority in moving forward. Education Minister renewed private schools registration. Education Minister Dr. Majid bin Ali Al Naimi has renewed the registration of a number of privately owned educational institutions. The move includes Alia School, New Generation School, Al Fajr School and Al Rawabi Intermediate School Secondary School for a third-year term. The renewal of the registration is in line with the Article 9 of Decree Law 25 of 1998 on private educational and training institutions, which stipulates commitment to the authorized capacity. Justice and Islamic Minister said Bahrain will remain beacon of religious freedom. Justice and Islamic Affairs Minister Nawaf bin Muhammad Al Mauda has lauded His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's patronage of this year's Ashura commemoration. He also commended the efforts of the government led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to make sure that the Ashura commemoration is held smoothly, embodying the royal vision of ensuring that rituals are performed freely and easily, while holding a meeting with the Jafari Endowments Council and heads of Martins community centers and Huzainiyas from various governorates. The minister expressed thanks and appreciation to all those who contributed to Ashura commemoration success. Assistance Under Secretary for Legal Affairs opened workshop. Assistant Under Secretary for Legal Affairs Brigadier Hamoud Saad Hamoud has inaugurated a workshop on implementing the National Human Rights Plan 2022 to 2026. The workshop was part of the directives of Interior Minister General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa and follow-up of the Interior Ministry's Under Secretary. Approved by the Cabinet, the Foreign Ministry drafted the plan in coordination with concerned authorities. The Assistant Under Secretary hailed the directives of the Interior Minister, who is also head of the Interior Ministry's Human Rights Committee. He hailed that the Ministry's dedication to implementing projects to promote human rights principles. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
for Bahrain and UAE joint drill reviewed. A delegation from the National Guard at the Bahrain Defense Force has participated in the preparatory meeting of the Bahraini-UAE Joint Anti-Terror Drill Jalmo 3 to be conducted under the command of the Presidential Guard at the UAE Defense Ministry. The two sides reviewed the ongoing preparations and ways to enhance coordination during the upcoming joint military exercise set to be held in the kingdom in the upcoming period. His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa hailed Royal Care for Youth Empowerment, Supreme Council for Youth and Sports SCYS First Deputy Chairman, General Sports Authority Chairman and Bahrain Olympic Committee President, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa hailed that youth strides in the prosperous era of His High Majesty King Hamad bin Al Khalifa. He expressed pride in the Bahraini youth who have accomplished honorable that reflect the bright image of their homeland and show their to continue building on the gains of the comprehensive development process and contribute to shaping the promising future of the country. His Highness Sheikh Khalid made the statement yesterday as Bahrain joins the other nations in observing the International Youth Day today, which is being held this year under the theme slogan Intergenerational Solidarity. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Saudi Arabia allowed holders of tourist and commercial visas to perform Umrah. The Ministry of Hajj and Umrah announced on Thursday that those who obtained tourist visas and commercial visas will now be able to perform the Umrah pilgrimage during their stay in Saudi Arabia. This facility is available for citizens of 49 countries around the world. They can secure their visas online through Visit Saudi Arabia portal or immediately on arrival at Saudi airports, the ministry said, while noting that the decision has been taken to facilitate as many people as possible to perform the lesser pilgrimage. The ministry stated that those who qualify to perform Umrah also include holders of US, UK and Schengen visas. This comes in conjunction with the start of the new Umrah season for the current year 1444 AH, with the aim of opening the way for the largest number of Muslims around the world to perform Umrah freely and easily. The system allows people to obtain a free tourist visa valid for a period of 12 months upon arrival at one of the Saudi's airports without the need of prior application, and the visa holders will be allowed to visit the cities and regions all over the kingdom. The visa applicant shall be from those countries that are included among the countries eligible for obtaining the electronic visa. Regarding those who are holders of American, UK and Schengen visa, their visa shall be valid and bears an entry stamp from the issuing country. Family visit visa holders from different nationalities can also perform Umrah by booking an appointment through the Itmarna application via their relatives in the kingdom during their visit to the kingdom by applying through the National Unified Visa Platform. To perform Umrah, it is required for visitors to obtain comprehensive health insurance. Those who wish to perform Umrah from nations other than those countries which are currently qualified shall be apply for visas at the kingdom's embassies in their respective countries. 8,000-year-old settlement found offering a rare view of prehistoric religion in Saudi Arabia. An 8,000-year-old settlement has been discovered by a group of Saudi and French archaeologists working at a site southwest of the Saudi Arabian capital of Riyadh. Led by the Saudi Heritage Commission, the team uncovered the Neolithic era remains using laser scanning, aerial photography, drones and various forms of surveying. The archaeologists located the settlement at Al-Flaim, an archaeological site that has previously turned up evidence of a strong trade network that sustained an ancient city. Along the edge of Mount Tuwaik, they found a stone temple and pieces of an altar. The archaeologists said that these provide a deeper understanding of religious practices in the ancient city at that time. The ancient settlement was accompanied by 2,807 graves and from different time periods. The ground in this area was adorned with devotional rock inscriptions, one or which addressed to the ancient god Kal. UAE to issue new generation passports from 1st September. The UAE will issue a new generation of Emirati passports from September 1st, authorities said on Thursday. The Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customs and Port Security (ICP) said that the new passports equipped with the latest technologies will have advanced security devices, features, and the new generation passports are part of efforts to use technology in reinforcing identification of personal identity and eliminating forgery or fraud, according to Ali Muhammad Al-Shamsi. New Zealand welcomed back first cruise ship since COVID-19 hit. New Zealand on Friday welcomed the first cruise ship to return since the coronavirus pandemic began, signalizing that a long-sought return to normalcy for the nation's tourism industry. New Zealand closed its borders in early 2020 as it sought at its first to eliminate COVID-19 entry and then later to control its spread. Although the country reopened its borders to most tourists arriving by plane in May, it wasn't until 2 weeks ago that it lifted all remaining restrictions, including those on maritime arrivals. Jagdeep Dhankar sworn in as 14th Vice President of India. Jagdeep Dhankar took oath as the 14th Vice President of India on Thursday. He was administered the oath of office by President Draupadi Murmu at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. Dhankar succeeds M. Venkaiah Naidu, whose term ended on Wednesday. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, Union Ministers Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Nitin Gadkari, Rajnath Singh and Nirmala Sitharaman were present for Dhankar's swearing in ceremony. Outgoing Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, former President Ramnath Kovind, former Vice President Hamid Ansari and Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla too were present for the occasion. Dhankar was elected Vice President on August 6th after defeating the opposition candidate Margaret Alba. He secured 528 votes against Alba's 182. French Rafale fighter jets stopped over in India during Indo-Pacific deployment. A French Air and Space Force contingent, including 3 Rafale jets, was hosted in India during Indo-Pacific deployment on Wednesday. A statement issued by the French Embassy in New Delhi said the contingent, which was en route to New Caledonia, was hosted for a technical stopover at Air Force Station in Sulur town of Tamil Nadu's Coimbatore district on August 10 to 11 during a long-distance deployment from metropolitan France to the Pacific Ocean. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Love English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off, Prashana Sultana. Good night.